Good morning, everybody. Good morning, everybody, and welcome to AIM Impact on Your Health. AIM Impact on Your Health, where every day our goal is to have you learn at least one thing to help you live better and longer. AIM Impact on Your Health is heard each and every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday from 8 to 9 o'clock. I'm Dr. Dennis Courtney, and I'm with you each and every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday from 8 to 9. AIM Impact on Your Health, where each day you'll find current medical news, knowledgeable guests, fascinating health topics, and of course, where we do encourage you to call in to join in. And today, a very special day, ladies and gentlemen. I've been telling you bits and pieces about the launching of a new product line that, I've checked out as much as I can. I think it's an honest and accurate way of allowing you to take control of your weight loss issues. Are you overweight and can't seem to ever do anything about it? How about this? Are you a diabetic, or what might be more ominous, a pre-diabetic? Do you know your hemoglobin A1C? If you're a patient of mine, you already know how dangerously close you may be to becoming a diabetic and what to do about it. How about this conundrum? And this is a new one, just recently learned by me, but it is absolutely accurate. You know, that diet drink that you buy so that you don't gain weight will actually put more weight on you than if you drank its sugar original equivalent. And to me, that was one that needed to be explained. Anyway, a new company called Bor3sha, a product line, unique, one of a kind, actually burns the fat off you after you drink what they have and sit down. Process called thermogenesis. We're going to be talking a lot about it and this product line that we launched today from a company called Bor3sha International. Now we're going to have two guests with us today. We're going to plug three of us together. Dr. Angelo Mistos from up in Newcastle first introduced this product line to me. And then just yesterday I had the opportunity to talk to the scientific department out in the West Coast with a Dr. Masoud, who's agreed to come this morning on the air and discuss some of these pretty difficult concepts. So I want you to get ready to be intrigued, maybe asking a lot of questions today. I asked those same questions. I got answers. I hope to be able to provide those answers for you. Bor3sha International now launches here in Western Pennsylvania, and we're right at the spearhead of it. Now, in the course of our discussion with the doctors today, you want to call in to ask a question or to make a comment. That number, of course, will be 412-825-6262. That's 412-825-6262. I'll give that number additionally throughout the hour. The month is moving along. This is Top Doc Summer, as you well know it. I really enjoyed having about Dr. Charles Schwengel the other day. What an approach to treating cancer. I promised you while I had him on the air, and I promised him off the air, we're going to be bringing him to town. His message is too powerful to just have a one-time walkthrough. Dr. Charles Schwengel will be back, folks, ladies and gentlemen. On Monday, another top doc, Dr. Nicholas Meyer, a top doc dentist. He is a biological dentist. We'll be talking about biological dentistry with him on our Monday show. Then the next one out that I've got scheduled, and I do know that I'll have one in between, but the 23rd is scheduled with Dr. Lee Cowden, a board-certified cardiologist that does very little cardiology. He does everything else, and when asked, why do you do all these other things and not practice cardiology, his answer to the question was, well, that's what the patient had. I like the answer. He was up for the task, folks. Anyway, Lee Cowden will be back to talk about cancer treatment, which was one of his chapters in the Top Alternative Doctor book put together out there in Phoenix, Arizona. It's been about a month ago now that we all met out there, and I'm bringing them to you each and every week as my guests over the summer, and it'll take all the way up to September probably to get them all out of the way. Now, what else? Oh, the eye treatment program coming up next week, actually on the 21st, 22nd, and 23rd. If you are afflicted with either macular degeneration, diabetic retinopathy, glaucoma. You'll go nowhere with conventional treatment because, quite honestly, there is none. As you should know by now, Dr. Edward Kondrat's 3-day eye treatment program gets those visual disturbances turned around. All you need to do is give us a call here at 724-942-3002, 724-942-3002. Ask for Sarah, and she'll get you on your way to being part of our group 21st, 22nd, and 23rd. We test on the way in, we test on the last day on the way out, and pretty close to 100%. I know it's difficult for you who may be afflicted to believe this, but close to 100% have had major, and I mean major, turnarounds with their supposedly untreatable eye conditions. Go figure. Ozone Express has pulled out of the station, but you can jump on here because it keeps pulling back into the station each and every day I arrive. So if you have issues concerning something that can't seem to be corrected and you'd like to consider ozone therapy, give us a call here at the office. We'll get you scheduled and bring you on in. The number to do that, 724-942-3002. Now look, this is a very important show today with a very important topic and a launching of a company that you're going to find out is going to be extremely important because they're a one-of-a-kind. We're going to be talking about these one-of-a-kind products today. The company, Bor3sha International. We're going to be back in a moment with two doctors, and we're going to explore Bor3sha, not for the first and only time, but just for the first time today. When we return, be right back.
To manage your health. It's no wonder.
Okay, we got him. If we do get a call, because we only have one line open for calls, hopefully everything will work out with that.
Okay.
Well, the caller will have to speak up because we'll be commenting all three together,
and
it reduces the volume a little bit. So, all right, we got them both. Give me a few seconds.
Okay.
Call at the Center for Complementary Health.
Wow. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back once again to AIM Impact on Your Health. And a Friday morning version of our show, slightly different. This is not your standard get 'em up out of town version of it. We launched today, folks, a new product line, a new company. I've investigated this for a month now, making certain that it met the scientific criteria. We brought the scientists aboard for you today, and we have the gentleman who really introduced it to me, Dr. Angela Mistos from Newcastle. Dr. Mistos, you still there, my friend?
I'm here, Dr. Courtney.
Now, you've been with this company for quite a while, a number of years, have you not?
Yes, I have.
And so you've now seen this change, this switch that's been relaunched. It actually only launched last week. That's wild, Doctor. I've never been involved in anything at the tail, not the tail end. I'm always at the tail end. Seems like I'm at the beginning of this line for a change, and it's nice to be at the beginning of a line. But these products are out there and they are available now. Why don't you take a moment and tell our listeners how they can get their hands on this stuff if they got a mind to?
Yes, Dr. Courtney. It's very simple. The website would be Bor3sha.com/Dr. Courtney, Dr. Courtney. Bor3sha is spelled B-O-R-E-S-H-A. international.com/Dr. Courtney, or if somebody doesn't have internet access, certainly they can call your office or stop by your office, and I know your staff is very...
Yeah, we will assist them. We're going to have generous amounts of this available here in my office to taste, but we're working toward a date coming up here. I think we selected August 13th. And
right. Second Wednesday in August, it'll be... Wednesday, August 13th at 6 p.m. at your office for a pre-tasting, and we can answer any questions people might have.
Yeah, I think I would like to give my listeners the opportunity to sample this stuff, see how they feel about it, but to think that that there's a way to really have an enjoyable beverage that will actually help them accomplish something that none of the other things that you can drink will. In fact, Angela, I'll let you take it for a moment here. With what we got out there in the marketplace with respect to diet drinks and diet sodas, what you've taught me is they actually do the opposite. Why don't you just take that for a moment? Because I think everybody's got, oh, I got this diet drink, or I drink this diet soda, and I have this diet iced tea, when in fact, these are not healthy products to take. Why?
Well, that's right. If you heard Dr. Masoud get into a little bit, he got into the insulin resistance. And right now, 2/3 of the population is overweight. And the majority of those people are either diabetic or pre-diabetic, or certainly have insulin resistance. And so this is a vicious spiral. It's a downward spiral. What have we been taught to do? You know, we go through the drive-through and get the big diet drink. Because why do we do that? Because it's 0 calories, and we feel that it's going to help our weight management issues. The problem is that's contributing. The degree of sweetness in the artificial sweetener is actually creating more insulin release, contributing. The more insulin in the bloodstream, insulin is a fat storing hormone, but the more insulin in the bloodstream, the more insulin resistant. And then no nutrient is getting into the cell, so that makes us hungry. And what do? We go consume more of the products that are contributing to the problem. And we're hungry all the time. It's a vicious downward spiral. We have to change that.
Yeah, that little morsel of information just really came by me only in the last week or so. To think that there is a glycemic response, which has to do with the chemicals, okay, inside the biochemistry, but there's a cephalic response, meaning you just let something sweet touch your tongue, and the body takes off to the races and goes crazy thinking it's getting a carbohydrate. You got the diet stuff thinking, well, I'm going to avoid all the problems because I got a diet drink here. But because of the sweetness of that drink, you still released every hormone that you thought you suppressed by selecting the drink. You just made a big mistake because you have allowed every one of those hormones out. Your insulin went through the roof. The cascade began, and you didn't even know it. Angelo, that's bad.
Oh, it's bad. And you know the other thing, Doc? How often do you see sugar-free in the grocery aisles? Right? I mean, people are assuming that sugar-free is the way to go. Why? Because in the news, they keep telling us that sugar is the problem. And so if you buy something that's sugar-free, well, guess what? In order for it to taste good, it now has artificial sweeteners in it.
And the glycemic of the artificial sweeteners that are being used many times supersedes the glycemic index of the very sugar that you tried to avoid. Is that a wild thing to know? I mean, is that crazy or what?
Right, and in a much bigger way.
Oh, my goodness.
The problem. You know, sugar existed. This diabetes obesity epidemic began about 30 years ago. You know, sugar existed before 30 years ago, right?
It sure has.
You know, so the study, all you have to do is go to the mall, go to the grocery store. It's everywhere around us, and it's in your office every day. It's in our offices every single day.
Well, we have really team forces, you and I. This launching today, we're going to, on Fridays, just have a little section each and every Friday as we move up to the August 13th date, talking more about Bor3sha. I'll encourage the listeners, go to the website, Bor3shainternational.com/Dr. Courtney, and you can order the product right now. If you want to wait, and you can wait, we're going to have the opportunity for you to try it here in my office on the evening, the 13th of August. That's just when Dr. Angelo had some free time, and I said, well, we're going to book it on that date. Otherwise, would have made it sooner. But we'll be talking more and more about Bor3sha as time moves on. These 4 products are one of a kind. There is no company that puts this out, and that's why I think I tip my hats off to Dr. Masoud, who should be commended on such an excellent offering that the public can take with confidence, something that will not harm them. In fact, it's going to do nothing but benefit them and taste great in the process. That coffee is the best I ever had. Best. Any final words, Dr. Mistos?
No, I thank you, Dr. Courtney, for being on the cutting edge. You know, if you really look at what you do with ozone and the top docs in the country, you know, I enjoyed listening to your recent programs with a dentist. And what's he saying? Take away the artificial implant. What is the recent doctor with cancer? I mean, there's no question that artificial consumption of products can be contributing to the cancer situation as well. So you're taking a natural, holistic approach, and I really enjoyed working with you.
Well, our work is just beginning, Dr. Mistos, and hopefully we'll pass the message on and have my listeners and my patients share in the Bor3sha experience. I find that once they try it, they'll agree that this is a wonderful way to keep things in tow. This diabetic thing looming over top of us has to be controlled. And with these products, you actually can control it. And thinking, as I actually did, that I already had it under control. Oh, I wasn't going to let that get me. Turns out I was performing the very actions that led me to greater problems, not less. And if it's happening to me, it's happening to every one of my listeners too. That's why I got to bring the message. I have to bring it.
Thanks for doing that.
All right, Dr. Mistos. We'll be talking off there. I know we're going to be meeting up in your neck of the woods this weekend. I want to thank you for coming aboard today. To my listeners, probably bongos in the background are signaling our time out of here. Don't forget, on Monday now, we go back to the top doc mode. Dr. Nicholas Meyer is going to be our guest, a biological dentist, talking about biological dentistry. And then we'll be back with Dr. Mistos next Friday, where we pick up where we left off. Until then, this is Dr. Dennis Courtney with Dr. Angelo Mistos saying so long for AIM Impact on Your Health. Are you there, Angelo?